Uh-oh. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Looks like we've got ourselves a hot topic here. Boys and girls, I know this is a bit of a controversial subject, seeing what we've had on Twitter recently. Is this woke propaganda? Am I red pill based for kind of liking the show? I might be. I don't know. But let's just get into it, because we're not talking about the politics and all that, guys. First off, we're talking about the premiere of the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man TV show that just came out on Disney Plus. Guys, I will be doing a finale review as well. So when the final, I think, 8 episodes come out, I will be doing a second follow-up video. This is just for the first 2 episodes. So let's just jump into it. Intro, we're just going from A to Z. Intro, bops. It's fantastic. I love how we're using the comic style. We're really going ham on that with all the different panels and stuff. Because oddly enough, I don't think any Spider-Man show before that has really done that. I just think that this show does it the best, at the very least. I think we had it a little bit in Ultimate Spider-Man, maybe a tiny bit in the 90s one, but I think this one goes really ham on it, so I like that. Well, let's just talk about the animation itself, which is obviously a very big hot spot. Is it great? No. Is it good? Yes. You know what it really reminds me of? It reminds me of that one episode from the Smiling Friends. I think it's like some sort of like a motion capture thing. I don't know if they recorded it that way, but there are some moments, even in the intro, there's like a thug that kind of like tries to get Spider-Man. But just like the way that he moves just looks very weird. But on the other side of things, sometimes it looks fantastic. The first episode, we have this Doctor Strange zipping in. We have this weird symbiote monster coming out. And the animation there looks fantastic. I have no issues there. I think when it's just the normal people, and we had the same thing in the Neil Patrick Harris Spider-Man show, where personally I thought that a lot of the main people in costumes looked great. But then you have the actual normal human faces, and now I'm afraid to close my eyes at night. I think we're hitting a similar thing here. So yeah, I think personally it could have used a few more months in the oven, just kind of cooking it up a little bit, maybe add a little bit of that pop art style to it instead of just that film graininess, if that makes sense. Okay, next we got the writing. The writing, my boys. This is the best written Spider-Man show of all of them. And to be honest, I don't think Spider-Man has, TV show wise, has had a very high bar. No hate at all. I think the best written one aside from this one, at least so far, is the Spectacular Spider-Man. That one does it amazingly. Ultimate Spider-Man, I tried rewatching that maybe a year ago. There's too much of that Johnny Test whip crack monkey noise in there. It's too much for me. But here you feel a lot of the emotion. Like every single character, no matter how long they've been in the episode, I feel for them. But by far the biggest compliment I can give the writing, no exposition. I don't remember that I can think of. I don't remember a single moment where there was just like a dump of exposition, which is great, which is fantastic. The writers don't think that you're stupid. You're able to actually pick up on things as they happen. And there's some heavy topics in this too. We have some racial themes with one of Peter's new friends on the football team, a young black man going down the street. A cop car goes up to him and he's kind of like staring at him. You know, they don't do the over the top stuff like in Wonder Woman 84, where you got some creepy guy down the hallway. Hey, Toots, that's a nice ass you have there. Mind if I touch it? It's not on the nose like that, if that makes sense. Now, I know I'm not spoiling much here. I need you guys to watch it. I need the numbers for this show to be up there. Although at the same time, they've already confirmed 3 seasons of this puppy, so I don't think that there's going to be any trouble getting good numbers. But either way, it's worth a watch. Episode 2, the cliffhanger. You know what? Okay, I will spoil. Exit off if you don't want to hear this one spoiler. The way that Norman Osborn finds out that Peter is Spider-Man is just done so well. It happens in every comic. This isn't a new thing. It's not brand spanking new. Like, wait, no, Norman found out. No, that's fine. But it's the way that it's just introduced. It slid right under there, and it still blew away my expectations. And before I give my final score, I guess I'll go over the tiny final little bit of controversy. We have some of the character changes. Dr. Curt Connors, instead of being a white dude with one arm, now it is a black woman with one arm. Who cares? Doesn't matter. I don't really get the big deal about that kind of stuff. Spider-Man has always had this, not always, but there's for the longest time been this multiversal thing around it. We know that it was no longer canon because it was going to be canon to the MCU. Now it is no longer canon. So what does it matter if a main character in this off-canon show is a different skin color? It's the same character at the end of the day. I would be complaining myself if, let's say, Curt Connors was a janitor. If Dr. Connors was a homeless woman, then I would care because that's not Curt Connors. They're no longer a scientist. What's the most important part about each of these characters? There are specific things that nail them down. Peter Parker being this nerdy, quipful teenager, hopeless romantic. There are things that are perfect and cemented into those characters. Dr. Connors pretty much is a scientist. They're obsessed with growing their arm back. There are these little things, and those are still there. So who cares if a color is different? I don't think that it personally matters. So I'm pumped for the rest of the episodes. I'm going to give this a hot 9 out of 10. Please go watch this. I'm pumped to see it all the way through, and I hope you guys are too. But I'll be seeing you then. And just on the next episode of Grant Guy Reviews, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and I love you all. Bye-bye.